Hey everyone, hope you guys are enjoying Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak in whichever platform you're choosing to play it on. And today what I wanted to cover was something that probably has been a little bit overlooked since everyone is so excited with all of the brand new details that we got for Monster Hunter Now, Capcom's latest mobile game and their next Monster Hunter title, essentially, where they're going to be putting a lot of efforts into getting and becoming more popular. However, kind of like shrouded in all of those exciting news is the fact that Sunbreak essentially got the last batch of free event quests as part of the last week of downloadable content. And one of those quests is something that kind of akens back to not just the origins of Rise, but also the origins of Sunbreak. If you, for whatever reason, still don't necessarily know how to get your hands on free downloadable content or any item packs or anything along those lines, all you need to do is make your way down to a Steelworks or an Elgato, speak to the courier cat, and go all the way down to the add-ons options and claim anything that is labeled in white. And one of those things should be a Master Rank 6-star hunting quest called Flagship Fight. And as the title suggests, you will be fighting flagship monsters. The original Magnamalo and Malzeno make an appearance in the Shrine Ruins. So this is a dual monster quest with both the original flagships for base Rise and Sunbreak. And I have to say, once again, huge kudos to Capcom for actually, getting it done right. They're making, quests that are interesting in one way or another, even though it basically took until the last week of the downloadable content section. As you make your way into the actual quest itself, though, you will just basically be fighting two master rank monsters. There's no real tricks to this one. The Magnamalo and the Malzeno do not seem to have any extra boosts or anything like that. No higher health, no higher resistances, no higher damage. And they just basically roam about and do what it is that they do. You won't notice any other monsters on the map in the Shrine Ruins. These are the only two monsters that you will be able to see kind of roaming about, even to the point that whenever you take down one of them, usually you would end up expecting another one to pop up, but that is not the case here. These quests have been thoroughly scraped, so you essentially just fight the two monsters available there and limit the mounting opportunities, which is what a lot of people are trying to do nowadays. Just double mount KO, extra free damage, and since these monsters already hit hard enough, you certainly want to take advantage of that. If you decide to take on the Magnamalo first, it's just once again a typical Master Rank Magnamalo. As long as you focus on his paws, whether it's blowed up or not, powered up or not, you should be able to have a lot of weakness points to be able to capture and damage through there. And ultimately, as long as you avoid his tail spike attacks a little bit, you shouldn't have too much of a problem. Magnamalo has been a little bit of a pushover now for quite a while. We're long removed from the days of the Monster Hunter Rise demo where, that version of Magnamalo was extremely dangerous, powerful, and you had only a limited amount of time to be able to take it down. That is no longer the case. So, thankfully, base Magnamalo here, it is just what it is. As far as Malzeno is concerned, though, he's still a little bit more dangerous, of course. Has a couple of more moves on his arsenal. You do want to basically keep your eyes peeled for whenever he does power up. Blood rush mode, I believe is what it's called. You certainly want to avoid those spike attacks whenever he starts to fly up in the air, whenever he shadow teleports, kind of a thing, and then does the tail spike attacks directly forward. Certainly want to avoid those. They probably won't combo or one-hit KO you. This version of Malzeno is rather tame in that regard because it is just a normal version of Malzeno, and that's at the very least the benefit that you do end up getting here. So the true joy ultimately is that you're fighting both monsters that were flagships for both base Rise and then the expansion Sunbreak, and it is a pretty good send-off for both of these two monsters. It would have been nice if maybe we got hazard versions of them or something like that, and that is what you're fighting together. That would have been cool. Maybe again in the arena, make it a little bit more daring, a little bit more dangerous, but at the end of the day, you do get to fight them. You do get to pick up your spirit birds if that is what you want to do. Certainly make use of endemic life forms And Magna Malo can be trapped, so do keep that in mind. I see a lot of people kind of ignore the fact that Magna Malo can be trapped, and you can paralyze him a little bit. You can drop a pitfall track, whatever. Only Malzeno is the one that you can't do that with, so definitely try to take advantage of that. They will roam around a little bit. They'll move around from one area to another. That is one of the annoying things that with these monsters, because they have a little bit more typical health than most of the other normal monsters you will find in Master Rank, so you probably won't be able to kill them in just one swift area hunt. You'll have to move around from one to other location, maybe 3 locations at the end of the day. But once you are able to do that, they're relatively easy to take down. Malzeno probably out of all of them moves the most, so he's a little bit annoying in that regard. He constantly loves to fly away for whatever reason. I don't know why. Now, as you finish the quest, one of the things you're going to notice is that you don't really get any actual good rewards. I believe this just gives you guild card titles, which are, for what this quest is, relatively embarrassing in that regard. So, one step forward, 2 steps back with Capcom. That seems to be the way when it comes to event quest. They did a pretty good job providing us with a little bit of a callback quest, providing flagships, finally fighting together in one quest. But then they decide to give us just, guild card title rewards, which, pretty much do nothing for no one. I don't think anyone is ever excited for that. But at the very least, I do think these are the last guild card titles we'll ever get, since basically this is the last week of quests. Now, in the next video, I will be talking about the next quest, so certainly do stick around for that. Well, I'll be talking about probably the most interesting quest we have seen so far. But I do have to wonder, and I don't know if I'm gonna have time in the other video, but I do have to wonder, where is basically Hazard Amatsu? Where is that quest? Maybe are they going to end up shadow dropping it in the future or something like that? But I'm wondering just what the heck is going on. We were expecting that one to kind of make its way this week, and it didn't. So maybe I'm a little bit, just wondering just when are they going to end up dropping that one. Maybe there will be another hotfix patch that will address a couple of more things, and they'll end up dropping it then. But at the end of the day, we do know it's going to come. It's just a matter of when they decide to kind of surprise everyone with that and see what actually happens. So we'll have to stay tuned for that and see what Capcom ends up deciding. But that's about all the information that I have for you guys today. If you haven't been watching my Monster Hunter Now videos, certainly keep your eyes peeled for that. I have a couple of more. There's a couple of interviews that I definitely want to translate. Ryosu Tsujiboto spoke at length about their plans with the game, which is, again, interesting that they just make these available for Japanese audiences but not in English, which you would imagine they're trying to sell. The game is going to release worldwide September 14th, so you would imagine they're trying to get this game to be eyes on by Western players, usually who are English speakers, not Japanese speakers. So you would hope that they want to get more word out there, but instead they just choose to cater to Japanese audiences and ignore the West for whatever reason. I don't understand that logic, but it is what it is. If you're brand new to my channel, though, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.